The true cross, a symbol that has transcended time and space, capturing the hearts and minds of millions throughout history. It is one of history's most potent symbols, representing not just a piece of wood, but a profound spiritual legacy. It represents the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, a pivotal event in Christian theology that signifies sacrifice, redemption, and divine love. The story of the cross is shrouded in mystery, wrapped in layers of legend and historical accounts that have been passed down through generations. To begin to unravel this mystery, we must travel back to the 4th century CE, a time when the Roman Empire was undergoing significant transformation. The Roman Emperor Constantine the Great had a vision that would change the course of history and shape the future of Christianity. This vision inspired him to embrace Christianity, leading to the Edict of Milan in 313 CE, which granted religious tolerance throughout the empire. His mother, Helena, a devout Christian, embarked on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem, driven by her faith and a desire to uncover the sacred relics of her religion. Her mission was to locate the cross upon which Jesus was crucified, a quest that would take her deep into the heart of ancient Jerusalem. Helena was guided by local tradition and the accounts of early Christians, who believed that the cross was buried in a specific location. After much searching, she discovered 3 crosses buried under Hadrian's Temple, a Roman temple built to obscure Christian holy sites. This temple had been constructed to suppress the growing influence of Christianity, but it ultimately became the key to uncovering its most sacred relic. Miraculously, one of the crosses was said to have healed a sick woman, a sign that identified it as the true cross, the very cross on which Jesus was crucified. This miraculous event confirmed the authenticity of the true cross, making it a powerful symbol of faith and divine intervention. The other 2 crosses were believed to belong to the thieves who were crucified alongside Jesus, adding to the historical and spiritual significance of the discovery. This discovery sent shockwaves through the Christian world, reinforcing the faith of believers and attracting countless pilgrims to Jerusalem. The relic became a beacon of faith, a tangible link to the divine that believers could see and touch, strengthening their spiritual connection. It was a tangible link to Jesus, a physical manifestation of his sacrifice and love, and a source of inspiration for Christians everywhere. The discovery of the true cross was a pivotal moment in Christian history, marking the beginning of a new era of reverence for holy relics. It solidified the importance of relics in Christianity, establishing them as objects of veneration and sources of spiritual power. These relics were physical objects connected to holy figures or events, believed to hold spiritual power and provide a direct link to the divine. They were believed to hold spiritual power, capable of performing miracles and providing comfort and inspiration to the faithful. The true cross, above all others, became the most sought-after relic, a symbol of ultimate faith and devotion. Its discovery fueled an age of pilgrimages to the Holy Land, as believers from all corners of the world traveled to see and venerate the sacred relic. It ignited a desire to possess even a fragment of the sacred wood, leading to the distribution of relics across the Christian world and the establishment of a tradition that continues to this day. The discovery of the true cross had seismic effects. This monumental event was not just a simple archaeological find. It was a moment that would ripple through history, altering the course of the Roman Empire and the burgeoning Christian faith. The true cross, believed to be the very cross upon which Jesus Christ was crucified, held immense spiritual significance. Its discovery was seen as a divine sign, a tangible connection to the sacred narrative of Christianity. It wasn't just a localized event. The impact of this discovery transcended the borders of Jerusalem, reaching the farthest corners of the Roman Empire. The news of the true cross spread like wildfire, igniting a fervor among the Christian communities and even among those who were yet to convert. The relic became a symbol of faith, hope, and divine intervention. It resonated throughout the Roman Empire. The discovery of the true cross played a pivotal role in the spread of Christianity, providing a powerful narrative that bolstered the faith of believers and attracted new converts. The relic's journey through the empire was not just a physical movement, but a spiritual awakening that touched the hearts and minds of countless individuals. Constantine ordered the construction of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. This grand edifice was built on the very site where the true cross was believed to have been found. The construction of the church was a monumental task, involving skilled artisans and laborers who worked tirelessly to create a sanctuary worthy of housing such a sacred relic. This church housed a portion of the cross, The presence of the true cross within its walls made the Church of the Holy Sepulchre a major pilgrimage site. Devotees from all over the empire traveled to Jerusalem to venerate the relic, seeking blessings and miracles. The church became a beacon of faith, drawing believers to its sacred halls. This act enshrined the relic's importance in the burgeoning Christian world. The veneration of the true cross became a central practice in Christian worship, symbolizing the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus and the promise of salvation. The relic was not just a piece of wood, it was a testament to the divine and a focal point for the faithful. The remaining pieces of the cross were divided. These fragments were carefully distributed to various parts of the empire, ensuring that the spiritual power of the true cross could be felt far and wide. Each piece was treated with the utmost reverence, often encased in ornate reliquaries to protect and honor the sacred wood. They were sent to different corners of the empire. Couriers and emissaries carried these precious fragments to distant lands, spreading the influence of Christianity and reinforcing the faith of believers in remote regions. The distribution of the relics was a strategic move, designed to unify the Christian community and strengthen its presence across the vast Roman Empire. Constantine sent a portion of the cross to Rome. This act was a significant gesture, symbolizing the integration of the Christian faith into the heart of the Roman Empire. The relic's presence in Rome served as a powerful reminder of the empire's new spiritual direction and the emperor's commitment to the Christian cause. There, it was placed in the Basilica of the Holy Cross in Jerusalem. This basilica, built specifically to house the relic, became a center of Christian worship and a symbol of the faith's growing influence. The presence of the true cross within its walls attracted pilgrims and believers, further solidifying the basilica's importance in the Christian world. This basilica was built specifically to house the relic. The construction of such a grand structure was a testament to the significance of the true cross and the dedication of the Christian community. The basilica stood as a monument to the faith, a place where believers could come to connect with the divine and seek spiritual solace. This strategic distribution of the relic served a crucial purpose. By placing fragments of the true cross in key locations throughout the empire, the early Christian leaders ensured that the faith would have a tangible presence in major cities and regions. This strategy helped to unify the Christian community and reinforce the faith's growing influence. It helped solidify Christianity's growing influence. The presence of the true cross in major cities provided a powerful symbol of the faith's legitimacy and divine favor. As Christian symbols and practices spread throughout the empire, the relic served as a focal point for worship and devotion, strengthening the bonds of the Christian community. The presence of the true cross in major cities helped legitimize the new faith. The relic's journey through the Roman Empire was not just a physical movement, but a spiritual awakening that touched the hearts and minds of countless individuals. The true cross became a symbol of faith, hope, and divine intervention, providing a tangible connection to the story of Jesus. It provided a tangible connection to the story of Jesus. For many believers, the true cross was a direct link to the events of the crucifixion and the resurrection. Touching or venerating the relic was seen as a way to connect with the divine and seek blessings and miracles. The true cross became a focal point for Christian worship and devotion. The veneration of relics became an integral part of Christian practice. The true cross, along with other sacred relics, played a central role in the rituals and ceremonies of the early Christian church. The act of venerating relics was seen as a way to honor the divine and seek spiritual guidance and protection. The true cross held a position of supreme importance. Its discovery and subsequent distribution throughout the Roman Empire had a profound impact on the Christian faith. The relic was seen as a source of divine power and a symbol of the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus. The true cross became a central element of Christian worship and devotion. It was seen as a source of miracles and blessings. Many believers attributed miraculous healings and divine interventions to the power of the true cross. The relic was revered as a conduit for divine grace, and its presence in a community was believed to bring blessings and protection. The true cross became a symbol of hope and faith for countless individuals. This belief fueled a demand for fragments of the relic. As the fame of the true cross spread, so did the desire to possess a piece of it. Small fragments of the relic were highly sought after, and their distribution became a way to spread the influence of Christianity and reinforce the faith of believers. The demand for relics led to the creation of elaborate reliquaries to protect and display these sacred objects. Small pieces of wood, purportedly from the true cross, began to surface throughout the empire. These fragments were often encased in ornate reliquaries and displayed in churches and homes. The possession of a piece of the true cross was seen as a mark of prestige and a source of spiritual power. The relics became a focal point for worship and devotion, reinforcing the faith of believers and attracting new converts. These were often encased in elaborate reliquaries. The creation of these ornate containers was a testament to the reverence and importance placed on the relics. The reliquaries were designed to protect and honor the sacred fragments, ensuring that they could be venerated and displayed with the utmost respect. The craftsmanship and artistry of these reliquaries reflected the deep devotion of the Christian community. These were containers designed to protect and display sacred objects. The reliquaries were often made of precious metals and adorned with intricate designs, reflecting the significance of the relics they contained. The possession of such a reliquary was a mark of prestige and a symbol of the owner's faith and devotion. The relics and their containers became central elements of Christian worship and practice. The possession of such a relic was a mark of prestige. For many leaders and nobles, owning a piece of the true cross was a way to demonstrate their faith and commitment to the Christian cause. The relics were often displayed with great reverence, and their presence in a community was seen as a sign of divine favor. The true cross and its fragments became powerful symbols of the Christian faith, uniting believers and reinforcing the spiritual foundation of the Roman Empire. The centuries that followed saw the rise of Islam. This new religion spread across the Middle East and North Africa. It eventually reached the doorstep of the Byzantine Empire, which controlled Jerusalem. In the 11th century, Muslim forces captured Jerusalem. This event sparked outrage in Christian Europe. It led to the series of religious wars known as the Crusades. The Crusades were driven by a complex mix of religious fervor and political ambition. One of the primary goals was to reclaim Jerusalem for Christendom. The true cross, still housed in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, became a powerful symbol for the Crusaders. It represented the sanctity of the Holy Land and the need to liberate it from Muslim control. In 1099, the First Crusade achieved its objective. The Crusaders, under the command of Godfrey of Bouillon, captured Jerusalem. The discovery of the true cross, hidden within the city, was a moment of joyous celebration. It was seen as a sign of divine favor for the Crusader cause. However, the triumph was short-lived. In 1187, the Muslim leader Saladin recaptured Jerusalem. The true cross once again disappeared into the annals of history. The loss of Jerusalem and the disappearance of the true cross sent shockwaves through Europe. This event marked a significant turning point in the history of the Crusades, shaking the very foundations of Christendom. The true cross, believed to be the cross upon which Jesus was crucified, was not just a religious artifact, it was a potent symbol of Christian faith and victory. Its loss was felt deeply, not only by the clergy and nobility, but also by the common people who saw it as a divine protector. The relic, once a symbol of Christian victory, became a poignant reminder of defeat. Churches that once displayed the true cross with pride now stood empty, their altars barren. The faithful were left to ponder the meaning of this loss, and many turned to prayer and penance, hoping for divine intervention. The absence of the true cross created a vacuum that was quickly filled by stories and speculations. In the absence of concrete information, legends and myths began to circulate about the fate of the true cross. These stories were passed down through generations, growing more elaborate with each retelling. Some tales spoke of secret societies dedicated to protecting the relic, while others hinted at miraculous events surrounding its disappearance. The mystery of the true cross became a fertile ground for the imagination, inspiring countless works of art and literature. Some whispered that it had been destroyed by Saladin. The great Muslim leader, who had recaptured Jerusalem, was often depicted as the villain in these stories. According to some accounts, Saladin had the true cross broken into pieces and scattered to prevent it from ever being used against his forces again. This narrative served to demonize the enemy and justify the continued efforts to reclaim the Holy Land. Others claimed it had been secreted away to a safe location, hidden from the eyes of the infidels. These stories suggested that the true cross was still out there, waiting to be found by the faithful. Secret compartments in ancient churches, hidden vaults in monasteries, and even the homes of devout Christians were all rumored to be potential hiding places. The idea that the relic was still within reach kept hope alive and spurred many to embark on quests to find it. One persistent legend claimed that the true cross was broken into pieces and scattered throughout the world. This story suggested that while the whole cross was lost, its fragments could still be found. These pieces were believed to carry the same divine power as the original relic, making them highly sought after. Pilgrims and relic hunters scoured the land, hoping to find even the smallest fragment. These fragments, it was said, found their way into the hands of kings, saints, and even ordinary people. Royal courts and churches across Europe claimed to possess pieces of the true cross, each one venerated as a holy treasure. These relics were often displayed during religious ceremonies, drawing large crowds of the faithful. The presence of a fragment of the true cross was believed to confer divine favor upon its owner, whether a king seeking victory in battle or a commoner praying for a miracle. Possessing a piece of the true cross, even a tiny sliver, was believed to bring good fortune, ward off evil, and even perform miracles. Stories of miraculous healings and divine interventions attributed to these relics spread far and wide. Pilgrims traveled great distances to touch or even see a fragment of the true cross, hoping to receive its blessings. The relics became focal points of faith, drawing people together in their shared belief in the power of the divine. These legends, while lacking concrete evidence, highlight the enduring power of the true cross in the medieval imagination. The stories served to keep the memory of the relic alive, even as its physical presence was lost. They also reinforced the idea that the divine could manifest in the material world, providing a tangible connection to the sacred. The true cross, whether real or imagined, remained a potent symbol of faith and hope. It was a symbol of hope, a source of comfort, and a reminder of Christ's sacrifice. The image of the cross, whether in art or in the form of a relic, served to remind the faithful of the ultimate sacrifice made by Jesus for the salvation of humanity. This powerful symbol provided solace in times of trouble and inspired acts of devotion and piety. The true cross, even in its absence, continued to shape the spiritual landscape of medieval Europe. The belief that pieces of the cross still existed, scattered throughout the world, fueled a relentless search for the lost relic. Pilgrims and adventurers alike set out on journeys, guided by faith and the hope of discovering a piece of the sacred wood. These quests were often perilous, taking them to distant lands and through treacherous terrain, yet the promise of finding the true cross drove them onward, a testament to the enduring power of belief. This search would continue for centuries, driven by faith, ambition, and the allure of the unknown. The legend of the true cross became a part of the cultural fabric of Europe, inspiring countless expeditions and adventures. Even today, the story of the vanished relic captures the imagination, a reminder of the enduring quest for the divine and the mysteries that lie just beyond our reach.